Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Shalawam, Shalawam. Let's get into this thing. Facing the east, giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakwadash. Those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah is the name of the Father. That means He is, He exists. Bahasham means in the name. Yahawashi is the name of the Son. That means He saves, He delivers. And Kakwadash is how you say a spirit that's holy, a spirit that's set apart. Second of all, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well, in sincerity taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. It's your brother Urami Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, and Kakadash. This is once again a round table. Okay, a round table. And whenever brothers get up in here, brothers can come up as they want to. Right? We're gonna get into, certain things that's going on around the world today, around Babylon. Alright. So give brothers about a minute or two to get up in here. Okay. Shalawam, the brothers that's coming in already. Shalawam, Kakaba. Yep. Yeah, we could touch on that. Gary, Indiana, a week, no power. Right? Matter of fact, I just put a really good video in the chat about it. Let me go get it. Alright, so let's run it. Okay, I'll try to wait for brothers to get up in here. I'll give them about 1 minute. About 1 minute, and then we're going to get to it. Alright. Hey, Cornaya, did you ever finish eating? That brother said, he said last live he was going to come up. That brother been eating 2 consecutive lives. I just forgot about that. I was like, brother said, I'll come up when I get done eating. That brother, like, dang. But hey, it's enough people in here, man. Let's get to it. Hey, Shalawam, Zaquan, whenever you want to come up, man, just send an invite. All right, here you go.
Gary, Indiana hasn't had electricity for a week and no one's talking about it. What happened? They're driving in pitch black for miles with no food, no water, or electricity. Because 8 tornadoes hit the city and they'll be without power for another week. And it's so bad, people are breaking into each other's houses and robbing each other's for generators, as well as batteries and flashlights. Why aren't they getting the help they need? There's many alleged scandals going on. Because when workers showed up to fix the utility, apparently gunfire struck the utility workers' vehicle so they didn't return. This halted all restoration to Gary's power. They tried to make sure it was safe enough to come back. So the same residents that needed power miraculously shot at the workers that were going to restore power. It gets even deeper than that because NIPSCO was supposed to clear trees a long time ago, so this never would have happened and it would have crashed into the power grid. But they allegedly pocketed the money. So then this could have been prevented. Potentially because they now have many lawsuits against them for not taking care of the residents and using the extra money as their own personal excess profit. And they've been doing this for years. And the governor said he's trying to reach FEMA, but Trump raised the thresholds needed to actually have FEMA come. Isn't FEMA and federal disaster declarations designed specifically for events such as these? Yes, but Doge cut FEMA administrative capacity and staffing, and the emergency response Gary needs was gutted by the administration. Indiana also happens to have a population of 85% black people. So is this a coincidence or a structural failure that could have been prevented? Indiana's not going to be for another week 2020. Say hello to the darkness. Gary.
Say hello to the darkness. Hey, and it's fucked up. All right, to be honest. Okay? But we know what it is. It's Jacob's trouble, man. You know? And this is how Esau gets down. All the different type of funds and stuff that he says he uses to help the people. He never uses those to help the people, man. Okay? This is a damn devil. All right? Let's go get this. This is 1 Corinthians 6:1. Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints? All right? Now Esau is what you know as the unjust. He's known as the wicked, the destroyer, the waster. All these different type of things, man. This is what he is. So he's unjust, and he's going to be unjust every single day that he lives. Okay? So these type of matters, hurricanes, tornadoes, fires. Why would you go to this nigga? Didn't y'all learn from Hurricane Katrina? When all the YT people was being shuttled out of New Orleans, but the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called, they had to stay. They was in the stadium. They was in the floody waters. They was with the alligators. Okay? They was getting robbed. It was all anarchy and stuff going on. But the YT people got shuttled out of the city. So, because you put your faith in the unjust, because you put your faith in these Edomites, the government, they're not coming to save you, man. Okay? Who should you ultimately put your faith in? Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right? At the end of the day, not Esau, Edom. So in these times which are coming, situations like what's happening to Gary, Indiana, is going to happen to other major cities. It's going to happen in LA. It's going to happen in Philly. It's going to happen in Atlanta. It's going to happen in Brooklyn, Queens, whatever, all of that. It's going to happen. And you're going to go to the YT man? What is he going to do to you? You're going, hey, take this chip, get in order, get in line, okay? You know, you align with my system. That's what he's going to do. All right? Hey, once again, man, brothers, if you got Great Millstone Doctrine, you can come up. You know, if a brother want to read, brothers is dropping a lot of precepts. All right? Cornaya, did you finish eating yet? I'm be on your head all week about that. He said, the brother said, let me finish eating and I'm going to come up. That brother disappeared. All right. Junior, so is America Israel? No, America is not Israel. Where did you even get that statement from? Okay? America is America. America is what you know as Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, Arsareth, a faraway land. Israel is Israel. Israel is in the Holy Land. It's in the Levant region. That's where Israel's at. All right? Hey, Shalawam, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak.
Hey, Shalawam, Yahawashi, Barak.
Khan, you got something to add?
Okay, I just want to say, hey, you've been hearing about that report coming in that there could be an 18-month nationwide blackout because my grid system's so weak over here in Babylon the Great. It's been reported by whistleblowers. And Iran themselves,
you believe that shit out? Huh?
I said, repeat it?
I said, do you believe that shit?
I mean, it's just to be played as before. So, no, it's speculation. But, I believe that it's possible that it will happen. Because we know that the MOTB has to come first. Not before, blackout, but for those ICBMs to come. No, that for sure. But it's like, hey, man, as soon like Esau could, cut the cord start this thing, spark up Jacob's trouble even more to where
Yeah,
they make the MOTB mandatory.
so you really answered your question by saying what you said. The MOTB has to come. This digital system, this infrastructure has to be established. The internet has to remain active. Fed now, CBDC. Esau ain't build all this shit up just to cut the power and not use it. So you're gonna have what you call rolling blackouts. You'll have a blackout here, blackout over here, blackout over here, and then the power will be reestablished. Okay.
Yeah, I just think there is, speculating that they'll just do it for like a little bit, and then
don't feed too much into these whistleblowers. These motherfuckers said we wasn't gonna have gravity this much.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah,
come on, man. What the fuck they be talking about? And they said, I remember they said, June something is gonna be a nationwide blackout. Nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? As the brother Daniel said,
that's speculation.
False flags.
Speculation. Yeah, false flags.
It's fake. It's nothing more than fear mongering. Okay, it's fear mongering. Now you did bring out a good point because Egypt was plagued, right? Egypt was indeed plagued. Okay, so those individuals that's cleaving and hanging on to America, they're gonna be plagued. All these plagues are for what? The 2/3. They gonna be eating their children. They gonna be in the famines. They gonna be. If you could you give me Isaiah 65 and 13? And this is I'm gonna start at 2nd Esdras 14. The brother brought this out. I'm gonna start at verse.
All right, this is Isaiah 65 verse 13.
Yeah, hold it. I'm gonna bring this out first, and you can bring that. This is 2nd Esdras 14 and 3. Then said he unto me in the bush, I did manifestly reveal myself unto Moses and talk with him when my people served in Egypt. And I sent him and led my people out of Egypt and brought him up to the mount of where I held him by me a long season and told him many wondrous things and showed him the secrets of the times and the end and commanded him saying, these words shalt thou declare and these shalt thou hide. And now I say unto thee that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have showed and the dreams that thou hast seen and the interpretations which thou have heard. For thou shalt be taken away from all, and from henceforth thou shalt remain with my son and with such as be like thee until the times be ended. All right. And this is also pertaining unto the elect man. Okay. Ezra is back today and he's he's an elect man. So an elect man is going to be taken. All right. They say rapture, but no, it's no pre-tribulation rapture, but we will be beamed up. Yahawah, we be of that number. Okay. Now, before that happens, this is going to happen. Bring the scripture out, bro.
Isaiah 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith Yahawah power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
God. So we don't have a spirit of fear. So all this fear mongering that they're pushing out, it will affect the average American. It will affect the average Babylonian. All right, those that's living in this country and that's caught up and they're sipping the juice. I call it the beast juice. They're sipping that beast juice. You know what I'm saying? So therefore they're scared of the beast because that's where they put their power in.
Yeah, that's facts. Really, us, the whole elect, we're excited for all these things that happen, for all these calamities come, the plagues. Because we know that Yahawashi is going to come back through those plagues hitting this place.
We prophesy doom, we prophesy lamentations, we prophesy woe, destruction, death. That's what we do, to these kingdoms, man. All right, let's get some of these precepts off the board. Let me see what else y'all brothers got. And Junior, is Junior still in here? You got another question, man? You say, is America Israel? All right. If you still in here, I don't see you in here. But No. Okay, so he was looking at the chart. All right, this is talking about where the Israelites are at today. Okay, now a thing to mention is when the Israelites are in Israel, then it will be no more war. So therefore, America could not be Israel. All right, we're all over here right now, and it's still war going on. So that's how you know America is not Israel. You gotta, anybody pushing that myth, that narrative still, you know, they're false prophets. I'll get this for the brother Kakama, Isaiah 28 and 20. And it reads, Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. So, you know, that's also what we're going to do. And that's furthermore talking about the chariots, but also it's talking about us being protected in Jacob's trouble. Okay? Us making it through. We're going to be hid. You know, yeah, we're going to be going through it. But some brothers, man, FEMA and all of that ICE, they ain't never going to touch. I heard ICE was in my city, you know, but they never mess with me, you know. But they are messing with people out here. They are running up in the schools and doing things of that nature. But they're not harming my family and touching my family. All these plagues are for what? The 2/3. Now, it is going to come a time. Let's get that. If you could, bro, get that. He'll give you words that they can't gainsay.
God.
You know? So we don't have a fear in spirit. We're not fearful of ICE. We're not fearful of FEMA. We're not fearful of the National Guard. We're not fearful of the military. Okay? We're fearful of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, the creator, not his creations. We understand what Esau is. You know? Whenever you get it, bro, you could bring it.
I'm going to start Luke 21, verse 14. Yahawashi speaking, red letter. Settle it, therefore, in your hearts. Do not to meditate before what ye shall answer. Verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom.
Matter of fact, start up at just start at 10.
All right. Luke 21, verse 10. Then he said unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven.
Con. So you're seeing that. Nation arising against nation. Kingdom against kingdom. Right now, as we speak, Russia is bombing the hell out of Kyiv. Okay? As brothers just put in the chat. So this war, these type of wars are taking place. America just pulled away from South Korea pretty much. And now North Korea is going to do what they want to do. America just pulled its, fleet, all right, some of its ships away from the Southeast Pacific, and now China is going to have its way with Taiwan. So these type of things which we've been waiting to happen are about to take place, right? So nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. As the brother read, famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. If you look up earthquakes, this is the most earthquakes ever been happening. The most volcanic eruptions ever been happening, right? We are at a time of transition, okay? Fires, over hundreds of thousands of Edomites being took out, all right? And America is not reporting all the DEATHs that's going on in the so-called Middle East that Iran is laying down, knocking heads off, okay? It's a lot of people that's being destroyed over there that America doesn't want to own up to. So this is a beautiful time, man. As it also said, and fearful sights and great signs shall be from heaven. What did we just have? An eclipse? Meteor showers? Okay? All right. So you having all these different type of signs. I believe it's a blood moon on this month as well, on the 28th. All right. So you're having all these different type of signs. It's been, I know it's been at least 3 blood moons this year. Okay. So, bro, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is working. Get that verse 12.
All right. Continuing verse 12 of Luke, the 21st chapter. But before all of these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my namesake.
Exactly. For what? The name of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Not the name of JC. Not the name of Yahweh. Not the name of Yahuwah. Not the name of Yahusha. Not the name of Jehovah. Not the name of Yeshua. Okay? Hopefully, me saying that will get a lot of you bug outs up out of the live. Because those are not the correct names. Go somewhere else. Alright? The correct names is Yahawah and Yahawashi. Okay? At the end of the day. So, they shall what? They shall lay their hands on you and persecute you. And yeah, it's brought on by Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Exactly. Okay? The Most High is ordaining this. He's telling his sword, which is the wicked, the Edomites, what to do. He is gathering the nations to come forth and stir up and cause a WW3. All right? Everything is ordained by the Most High. Keep it going, bro.
All right, continuing to Luke 21, verse 13. And it shall turn to you for testimony. Luke 21, verse 14. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
So speak through the Spirit, not of your own words, not I think this, I think that. Speak through the Spirit. Use the scriptures. All right? Don't try to wing it and make up stuff. That's not it. We're flowing through the Spirit. Always, man. Okay? If Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi didn't say it, we not going to say it. It's no purpose. We have a mind like Hamashiach. So what was he doing? He was saying everything the Father wanted him to say. So what are we doing? We're saying everything Yahawashi wants us to say, which in turn makes us say everything that Yahawah wants us to say. We're married, so we speak and represent our husband. We're out here handling affairs, representing our husband. All right? Boy, if my woman was out here doing some bullshit, she coming home, what the fuck is you doing out? You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to feel, man. All right? You out here embarrassing your man. You bugging. When you leave the house, you make sure you're dressed appropriately. You're carrying yourself in a way that represents your household. So they know your man don't play. Your kids as well. All right? Keep it going, bro.
All right, Luke 21, verse 16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren, and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death.
By what? By parents, brethren, kinfolks, and friends. So your mama, hey, man, yo, my mama won't touch. Your mama could turn on you, man. Keep playing around. You gonna fuck around and find out. Your cousin that you grew up with could easily turn on you. When money get involved, Jake get froggy, man. Jake start jumping and leaping away. All right? When their livelihood gets involved, they don't want to die for this thing. Hey, you going to have brothers that was in this truth with you that's going to turn on you. All right? Believe that. Okay? And you don't think so. Yeah, man, that brother ain't going to fall out. You going to see brothers fall out that ain't never fell out before. Okay? That's what's going to happen, man. And you're going to be astonished. All you can do is fast and pray and hope that's not you. Keep it going, bro.
Luke 21, verse 17. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But
for who? For what name? Jesus?
Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Not no false name.
Yeshua, huh?
Nah, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi.
No, it's got to be Allah. It's got to be Allah.
Nah, it's Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi.
Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and we going to stand boldly for that name. We shall be hated for that name. Shit, Trump called on Jesus.
Ain't no power in that.
Exactly.
Ain't no power. It's earth dirt. Basically, when you look into the etymology of it, the words of it.
God. Yeah, get it. Keep it going. Get the last two.
Verse 18, but there shall not an hair of your head perish. and your patience possess ye your souls.
So even if you do have to unalive, even if the blade does come to your neck, you're coming right back, man. Okay? You're coming right back. Some brothers will be martyred. So in patience, possess ye your souls. I just did a lesson on YouTube, pretty much talking about, do these works matter? Because some brothers, you're going to feel like these works don't matter. You're going to be doing works for however long you're doing them. And them demons jump on you like, man, does any of this matter? It does matter, brother. You are building up treasures in heaven, and your works will follow you, according to Revelations, the 14th chapter, verse 13. Okay? So consider that and keep the faith. All right? Look at Tony Creed said, I lost friends because I was against Obama. Obama was the first motherfucker that put kids in cages. All right? In that sense. Because they trying to act like Trump is so, no, man. They've been doing this. Okay? They've been with the alligator Alcatraz. Obama deported hella Israelites. Really, if you look up the stats, he was doing it in a more quiet way. But he was getting them up out of the country, man. All right, you got it, bro.
To back up your point about, those demons again, you about your works, Yahawah is a righteous power to not forget your works. To not, let it go unacknowledged, basically. He's going to play that to remembrance what you've done for him in this grace period, in the times of trouble.
What are we? We are his apple, the apple of his eye. Okay, this is Psalm 17. And I'll start at 4. Concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips, I have kept me from the path of the destroyer. So King David's by his works, man. The things that you say, the things that you do, your actions, how you carry yourself. Are you praying and calling on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi every single day? To get up and pray is a work, bro. I pray every brother in here gets up and prays, and sisters. I pray you wake up and the first thing that comes to your mind is Halalyam la Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. I pray that for y'all.
Yeah,
I know it's for me.
Like the scriptures say, man. Because, hey, many people who fall off the chute, they don't pray. Their prayer life is weak, man. You gotta constantly pray. Even when you're going out and about, you gotta pray for protection.
Yeah, ain't no 3 times a day. We ain't no Muslims. 5 times a day. Nah, it says 7 times. And that don't even mean 7 times. That means a complete number of times. So this is an easy thing. Think about this. You wake up, you pray. You go brush your teeth, do your thing. All right. You could turn on a lesson if you want to. Do your thing. Get in the spirit. Okay. You go to work. You pray when you get in the car. You pray when you get to work. Hopefully you praying at work, because hopefully you not, aligning with the world. Your coworkers is going to do something that's going to be off. So you praying in your head. All right. That's the 4th time. You pray, you go to lunch. The water Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for this food. May it be nourishing and helpful to my body. Right? That's the 5th time. I could keep it going. You're just praying. You're just crying. And a prayer ain't always where you dropping on your knees. Sometimes you just talking to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. You just talking to him. We got Decline coming up in here. Hey, Shalawam, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Barak.
Hey, Shalawam, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Barak.
Shalawam, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Barak. What's going on, bro?
Nothing. How you doing?
Hey, man, sit back, chilling. I was going to sit back and relax, but hey, I'm going to come on in. So I'm going to go ahead and kick in the door.
Man, I was watching Heroes yesterday. I came back to my phone and saw you was on. I was like, what?
Yeah, I had to sneak in one time. I almost didn't come on, though. I was like, it's kind of late. And then I was kind of like rushing too, because I had some stuff I had to do. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and get it in.
Con.
But it is what it is. Hey, grab that Revelation chapter 14, verse 13.
Oh yeah, quoted it. Yeah, I'll go get it. Revelations 13 and 14. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
All right. So yeah, our works follow us, man. And grab while we at it, while you in the book of Revelation, might as well go to 22 and get it in 12, verse 12.
Verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
So there it is, man. Hey, this what we doing. Hey, we will get paid. So this is a great work. And if you trying to, hey, once again, when we doing this work, we ain't just doing this work because we love Yasharahla, but we also doing this work because we trying to be amongst the elites in the kingdom of heaven. We trying to get invited to the VIP parties that Yahawashi is throwing. Everybody can't go to those parties. Only the elites of the kingdom of heaven gonna be to those parties. If you trying to go, then guess what? You better get your works up, man. So this is what we doing. You got it though.
That's it. This is back in Psalm 17, verse 5. Hold of my goings in thy paths, that my footsteps slip not. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O power. Incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speech. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that saveth by thy right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. All right, so you want to be a pleasing thing to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. As I said, you're a woman, once again. Don't you want to please that man that you're with? So therefore, you need to mold yourself to that man. Learn what he likes. Learn what he enjoys. Okay? Learn what he commands of you, what he demands of you, what he accepts in his household. All right? So that's what we doing, man. We're learning Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. We're trying to please him. We're loving him. He told us all we got to do is keep the laws, commandments, and statutes, keep the commandments and the faith, right? Works and faith. That's how we going to make it to him. All right? He's on the way back. Don't, because he's distant and away, Salakia, because he's distant and away, don't you go and mess with somebody else. All right? Go after false gods just because you can't physically see Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You got to remember that even though he's away, he's still protecting you. And that's where faith comes in. All right? The substance, right? So you got to understand this. We're not carnal, man. We're spiritual men. So we're holding on to spiritual things. We mind spiritual things. We're after spiritual things. That's why Great Millstone, the only spiritual camp. These other guys ain't talking about chariots, all right, and like-minded brothers. These other guys ain't talking about chariots, spiritual powers, all right. They barely talk about reincarnation because they don't believe the works. They don't believe the doctrine. They don't believe in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. And that's it. That's the conclusion of it. They don't. You got it.
Yeah, man. Hey, these other camps, man, they waxing worse and worse, man. You got a IUIC out here talking about that Lucifer is America.
I saw that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Totally
man,
bugged, bro. when the scriptures literally say, "Is this the man?" It literally say that, man. Is this the man? So how you gonna mix that up with America? America is the golden city. So yeah, man, these people just totally going off and dealing with what's going on up in Gary, Indiana. As I always tell y'all, you know, if you've been listening to me for a while, I give y'all the story about when we got caught in that ice storm in St. Louis, and that shit didn't make national news either. And we was without power for about I want to say it was like 10 days. And as I always stated, on that 7th day, that's when shit started getting real. So they on day 8. This is when shit about to get real. This is when you about to start seeing people kicking in doors, robbing each other, stealing generators, running into these different restaurants and stealing the frozen meat out of it and burning it down. And hey, all that. Fighting at the gas stations in the daytime. Going and pulling up at grocery stores. Ain't nothing in the grocery store. Yeah, it's about to get real out there. But this is why what? This is why you're supposed to have this truth, man. So you could call upon the names of Yahawah, Yahawashi in your day of distress, man. So go grab that Psalms chapter 50, verse 15.
Kind and do it. Could you get that? Psalms
Con.
15 and 15. And bringing up what the elder was talking about, this guy, Bishop Nate, all right, talking about America is Lucifer. Okay. GMS South Carolina, Elder Manatazaba did a lesson on this morning. You know, and these guys is waxing worse and worse, man, as Jaquan said. That's what it is. And hey, y'all let her go and march everywhere. Go to fucking Gary, Indiana, man, and help them people. Y'all got enough money.
For real.
Go down there and march. Put teach them the laws. Right?
Right. And don't give them the real name so they can get help, right? Still call upon Jesus. Hey, get that Psalms 18 and 6 too, also.
I'll go get it.
I got that Psalms 50 verse 15.
Yeah, bring it.
Psalms 50 verse 15. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me.
See, this is why we stress the name so much, man. This is why we stress the name. So when shit that you see happening in Gary, when it happens to you, you gonna be all right. This is why the name is so important, man. But then you have these other sideways, unorthodox Israelite groups that come out here and be speaking and saying, why y'all always talking about the name? Because this is why, man. Read it again, bro.
Psalms 50 verse 15. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me.
See that? That's why you want to be delivered out of your trouble. Then guess what? You better get to glorifying the name. And the name is Yahawah, the Father, and Yahawashi, the Son. Bring that Psalms 18 and 6.
Psalms 18 and 6. In my distress, I call upon Yahawah and cried upon my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears.
Point A, clear as day, man. Once again, this is what we teach, and this is what we do. You see? So this is what the elect in the 1/3 is going to do. This is what the elect in the 1/3 is going to have. They're going to have the true name of Yahawah, Yahawashi, and they're going to call upon that name and trust in that name. And they shall be what? Delivered, man, out of their distress. You got it, bro.
Back in Psalm 17 and verse 9. And as I established in verse 8, keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. So you want to be a pleasing sight to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You want to please him. So do what he commands, man. All right? What are we supposed to do? The foolishness of preaching. Not all this daggone merchandising. Not all this daggone rap music. Not all this daggone selling Hebrew names and Hebrew prayers and marching in the street. Okay? Not all this BS that these guys are doing. These guys are coming from their own mind, man. I need to take this thing serious. When you come on the TikTok, when you come on the YouTube, when you come on wherever you preaching, you go out in the streets. This needs to be about Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. All right? This is Psalm 17 and 9. We in the shadow of our wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. So this is letting you know Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is the only way you're going to make it with all this different type of stuff happening. He has sonic weapons. He has robot dogs. All right? According to Yanasha, he got zombies and androids. I don't know about that shit. But He has a lot of different things that's set up for these 2/3. Okay? Verse 10, they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly. That's these Edomites. That's Trump. That's Hegseth. All right? That's Vance. Whatever, the vice president. That's all these guys. That's the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, etc., etc. Okay? They speak proudly. You know an individual is proud when they make a movie about locking you up. They make a movie about taking away your food and your water. And they put that shit out for everybody to see. All right? They give you the Mad Max. They give you the Book of Eli. They give you, what's that shit I just watched? Elysium. They give you all these different type of movies, man. Okay? They're not playing with y'all. They give you the video games. All right? They give you the Walking Dead. They're not playing with y'all. This is what they want to do. That's also them speaking proudly. Verse 11, they have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes, bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. So many secret societies that they dwell in. So many different snares that they're coming at you with. The food ain't real. How many people have told you that? GMOs. You can't trust the organic. Why? This is so wicked when you think about it. Why do you have to make a divider between organic and GMO? What the fuck? Everything should be real. You understand? Even in the kingdom, bro, everything's gonna be real. We ain't gonna have to have no organic on our foods. No, everything is gonna be good for you. Okay? Even our slaves is gonna actually eat okay. All right? We ain't gonna do things in wickedness. We're not gonna destroy the food and the livestock unless you rebel. You go against us. Then according to Zechariah, the 14th chapter, no rain is gonna come upon your land. You understand? That's when you get all of that. But if you do what you're supposed to do, then hey, you're gonna be good, man. You're going to be ruled over with a rod of iron, but it's going to be in righteousness. Nobody is going to sell your little kids off to somebody else. All right? You know what I'm saying? But the Edomites, they going to get everything that was done to them. And all of you that done wickedness to us, you're going to get what you did to us back to you. Understand that. All right? You got something, Zaquan? Go ahead.
Just speaking on how proud these Edomites are that's in power, right? You got this senator, Rick Scott, where it's pretty much it's a news article from the Hill, and he's talking about how Trump will have to resume full war with Iran. Now, the reason why this man states this, because he himself is one of these senators that believe that those people that's over there in the land claiming to be a people that they are not are actually the people of the Bible. And this is how proud Esau Edom is, man. That they actually believe that they are the people of the Bible, man. With all this wickedness that they putting out, with the prophets out on the street corners, and they do indeed watch us, and we're stating what's going to happen to them, and still and yet, they still believe that what they're doing, what they got going on, shall benefit them. So that's how proud this man is, man. And that's Psalms 50, 14 and 16, man. All damn day long, man. Bring that out real quick.
You go get that, Endure.
Psalms chapter 50, verse 14 through 16. So this man is very proudful, man.
Okay. And I want to point out a comment. The brother Marquise, I don't want to say that wrong, brother, but Marquise. He said Trump want to put the disabled in institutions. And Trump, like I said in the comments, he's disabled his damn self. Okay? That's a proud statement, man. And it's funny, I was watching Heroes last night. I just finished up season 1, and they had went in the future. And the main dude, Nathan, like he became the president and shit. And he was talking about putting away all the supers. like locking them up. And the other dude, he was like, you know you're one of them and yourself. And he was like, yeah, but I'm not dangerous. And that's exactly how an Edomite think, man. Okay? So they can do it, but you can't do it to them. That's their mindset. They don't think with any type of consequences. As long as it's not being done to them, it's okay. As long as they don't gotta eat fake food. As long as they don't gotta, learn all of this BS. Okay? You see constantly over time, they send their kids to good schools. They got good education. They got good teachers. They got et cetera, et cetera. And we get all the trash, but we still rise above them. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you got it. Bring it out, Endure.
Oh, y'all said Psalms 40,
50,
50.
14 through 16.
16?
Yeah,
50
14
verse 6, 14.
through 16.
Offer unto the Most High thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High.
Psalms 50. Psalms 50.
You start at verse 14.
Yeah.
Psalms 50, starting at verse 14. Offer unto the Most High thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me.
And who's going to do that? The elect in the 1/3. That's it. 2/3 will not do that. And these heathens show as hell ain't doing that and can't do that. So once again, this is all about what? All about the elect in the 1/3 of Yasharahla. Continue.
Verse 16 of Psalms chapter 50. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Continue.
Seeing thou hatest instruction, and cast my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then thou contendest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers.
Consenteth with him.
So here it is. Like I said, you got these senators that's in the government that's really thinking that these people that's over there in the land are really the people. So they're pushing Trump to continue in this war, not understanding that they're in a trap, not understanding that they are the wicked, and not understanding that they have taken the words of Yahawah, Yahawashi, and try to place them in the book. And because they have been getting away, so-called getting away, which they're not getting away, but so-called getting away with their wickedness, that they literally think that Yahawah, Yahawashi is with them.
Mm-hmm.
Esau is in a damn trap, man, and literally have no clue, no idea what the hell he is stepping in, man. So we really here, man. So all these prophecies that we used to talk about all the time, and we had to wait for it to come to pass. Hey, we're no longer in that timeline. Now we're in the timeline where when we stating these prophecies are actually happening. So that prophecy that we reading right now is actually happening. Where you have these senators thinking that Yahawah, Yahawashi is with them, thinking that they're the people, so therefore they're pushing along in their agenda and pushing along to bring forth this World War III, not understanding the rest of the prophecies that state that they are in a trap, they are in a snare, and they do not know it. You got it, bro.
Yep. And this same thing applies to you 2/3, man. I'm going to read this. 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. And they that consent, as it said in that other scripture, those they consenteth with him. All right. Because the brother said contendeth. We contending against the damn devil. We're going against him. All right. But most of our people, majority of them, are consenting with him. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. If you had the understanding, the faith, the spirit of prophecy, and you can see and you can recognize that this devil is wicked, then why in your right mind would you align with him? And that's the point. 2/3 are not in their right mind. They're delusional. All right. This truth, which is supposed to be their welfare, has become a snare unto them, as King David said. So that's pretty much what's going on. Everything that was supposed to be good for you has become wicked for you, has become a stumbling block for you. This is why when we tell our people it's Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, no, it's Jesus. All right. They will never get it, man. They have to feel death by pain. They have to feel that second death. You know? So it's just, fuck them. You got it, bro.
Hey, and that's a shot to these 501c3 charter Israelite groups, man. Here it is. You consenting with the wicked. Because in order to get that 501c3 charter, you gotta sign. You gotta go along with what he state in that contract. So this is why you see these guys always speaking how they speaking, taking the name away. Now all of a sudden you see them talking about Lucifer is America. Now all of a sudden you don't know the name of Yahawah, Yahawashi. You don't know what the mark of the beast is. You don't know what the image of the beast is. You out here having different food drives, claiming you helping the people. We for all of Israel. All everything that the scriptures go against, they'll for it. Why is that? Because they went into that contract.
Yeah. And for me to say Ahtham, you know how I said, you may be like, but the scriptures say love thy neighbor. Yeah, we love our neighbor. Okay? Our fellow Israelite, most definitely. But also, you must hate what the Most High hates, man. Okay? So we understand they're in a bad position. If they turn back and they get right, we gonna love them. Okay? Hey, Yahawah brought you in because he draws them in. So you turn back and you get right, that's your part. That's beautiful. We would love it. We wish that. We want that to happen. We don't want our brothers and sisters to feel this pain. Shit, we don't want to feel it. As the elder said earlier, we preaching for the Israel, but we also preaching to save ourselves. All right, to make it through. But if you're not with this thing and you're a turncoat, you're betraying us, you're a traitor. Who loves a traitor? Okay? Nobody, man. All right. So this is Ecclesiasticus 12:6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. So we have the same feeling, the same image, the likeness, the ways of Yahawah in us. So therefore, we hate the sinners too, man. You don't want to get right? You want to be wicked? No, I can't support that, brother. I can't support that, sister. Okay? That's not the right way. And those that join hand in hand with them, those that co-sign that, you're co-signing somebody's wickedness, then you're wicked too. You're not correcting your brother. You're allowing sin to sit on your brother. That's not it, man. So going back to Psalms 17 chapter, verse 13. Arise, O Yahawah, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, and all those that cleave unto Esau. All right, if you helping this YT man take us down, like a Bishop Nathaniel, like a General Yohana, like a Bishop T.D. Jakes, like a Cleflo Dollar, like a Kirk Franklin, like a Diddy. All right, if you helping this white man take us down, you should be destroyed too. Verse 14, from men which are thy hand, O Yahawah, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life. You have your consolation prize. You have your reward. You got your Bentleys, your Lamborghinis, your mansions, your vacations. You got all of that. Okay? Wasn't you fed? Didn't you receive benefits? And you never knew Yahawah? As the Quran said, they think they know Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, but you have no idea. Truly, man. You don't know what he's about. You don't love him. You never took time to get to know him. All right? That's wrong. Keeping it going. And whose belly thou filleth with thy hid treasure. Scammers. You scammers are taking on the characteristics of Esau. You're stealing. You're taking advantage of individuals. Oh, pimps. That came to my mind. What's his name? Hakad? You took advantage of that girl and several other girls. Taking 20,000 here, 30,000 there, taking all her tax money, etc., etc. Okay? You're manipulating her. You're taking away her livelihood, man. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. You're trying to build up and set up generational wealth when all of this is going to pass away. You're trying to set up something for your kids to continue and grow in, when them curses is eventually going to come and visit you, brother. Verse 15, as for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. All right. Understanding this, when I awake with our, now was King David lost? No. When he comes back, man, reincarnation, regeneration, when he awakes with thy likeness, every single time that we woke up, all right, we through Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, he woke us. What he did, he brought us back into remembrance. We had to remember. Shit, I'm supposed to be prophesying. I'm supposed to be preaching. I'm supposed to be serving Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. I wasn't doing that. Now I need to do it. And I need to what? You come back to him 10 times harder. So you giving it your all. You understand? Y'all brothers got it? Y'all got anything?
Contact to your point. Got Proverbs 11 verse 21. No hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So the 2/3 that co-sign with Esau and his ways, they're gonna be punished with the Esau. They're gonna get the heathen's reward. Via these plagues and the ultimate plague, the ICBMs, those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. But the seed of the righteous, the elect, they'll be delivered. Because, they're following the ways of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Your heart desire, we be of the elect to, be delivered.
Yeah. I pray, man. Every single day. This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahawah. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And that's what's coming. All right? That's what's ultimately coming. Persecution, suffering. Okay? A mob, a great multitude, a burning wrath going directly towards us. You're going to see a lot of Israelites tuck their fringes, which we ain't out in the street wearing fringes, but when we preach, we wear our fringes. Okay? So you're going to see a lot of Israelites that wear those t-shirt fringes and stuff, tearing them off their t-shirt and throwing away their IUIC uniform. Hey, man, wear that purple and gold. Most High, Christ bless, brother. All praises. APTTMH. They going to be whispering and shit. Hey, wait, wasn't you that prophet, bro? Nah, brother, I was a farmer. As it says in the book of, Zechariah. You understand? This is the mindset of them, man. Because they was never truly in it. They was never truly about this thing. You understand? So they're going to turn coat. IUIC is going to fall, man, into shambles. ISUPK as well. Hey, Bishop, we can't get no more money from the government. Now they cut us off. Oh, fuck, I'm out of here. That's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to hear. Because when their livelihood is persecuted, when the bills can't get paid no more, okay, they're going to turn their back on Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You understand? That's what's about to take place, man. Because all you ever looked at Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for was a freaking lottery ticket, money. That's all you ever thought he was to you. He's supposed to provide everything, and he will provide. All right, but it's not just that. He's going to chastise you. He's going to put you through temptation. He's going to chastise you. He's going to bring you through, that fire, man, that furnace of affliction. He's going to bring you down to your worst, to the bottom where you don't have anything. And then he's going to take you from that and bring you up higher than you ever been, where you have everything. You got it, bro.
These other camps, no, they didn't count the cost outside Great Millstone. Like IUSC, ICPK, they didn't count the cost. The hirelings doing this for a paycheck. They don't really love the sheep. And ultimately, Bahasham, like your Amir said, he said, bring you through everything, those temptations, those afflictions, to make you stronger, to go through more afflictions, more temptations. So when that perfect day hits, when Yahawashi returns, you're acceptable and receive salvation. They don't get the picture, man. It's not going to be easy all the time.
Kind of. What's this dude talking about? Parlay, Louis, rephrase the question, man. All right. Do you think it's pretty scary that Yahawashi is going to say, I never knew you? All right. If he says that, yeah, it'd be scary. Okay. This is why you must what? Genesis 4 and 7. All right. Do it well, and you will be accepted. If you follow the covenant, if you follow the agreement, okay, follow the agreement. Yeah, okay. The way you put that question, I didn't know if you was scoffing or not. I was like, But yeah. Fear Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi every single day, man. Like I said earlier, we don't fear the creation. We fear the creator. We don't fear the robots, the AI. We have been given privy to know what this stuff is going to be used for, to understand it. We know AI is a demon. We know how Esau is going to use it. We understand. Yahawah Ratazah, we be those men. We're not fooled by all this different type of technology. To tell you the truth, me, myself, I don't use ChatGPT. And I'm not knocking brothers that use it. All right? But I try to build my brain, and try to remember things and things of that nature. But I do use Google, and that's a form of AI, right? So it's all around us. So we use the world, we don't abuse it. But we also got to remember to, do walks, work out, run, jog, use what Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is giving you. You know what I'm saying? Be around the brotherhood. Deal with women if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's very beneficial to have a woman, have kids. Don't be scared to have kids. We're not fearful to have children. Children are a gift from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. So, man, fuck Esau. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not letting him have me scared to live. And I used to say that in the world. I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to have a kid. Yahawah turned that around. He made me do all of that. I never thought I would get married and have a kid. Never in 100 years, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And yeah, I was going against it because we're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. So Esau is a fear-mongering demon. He wants you to be scared to simply live, man. That's why I fuck him, man, and everything that he is. He is deaf. All right? But keeping it going. 73 again, 2nd Ezra 16. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So the elect is going to be known in the midst of Jacob's trouble. You going to know when brothers get spiritual powers, when brothers is teleporting, rescuing you, saving you up out of a situation. All right? That's what's going to happen, man. Elder Apostle Hart, Yahawah Ratazah, he gets spiritual powers. He going to be saving brothers, man. You going to see brothers in your region saving you. The Most High is about to do a wonderful work, man. Greater works than what Yahawashi did. Do you understand really what's about to take place? Greater works. That's what he told us. Y'all should do greater works. How could we do greater than what you did? You know? Verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And that cuts anybody that's saying Jacob's trouble already happened. Oh, Jacob's trouble happened in 70 AD. Then why the fuck we don't have new bodies? Explain that. Why are we still under the heathens' foot? Why are we still being oppressed? Jacob's trouble is the end all be all. Okay? Verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for power is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and the guide of them who what? Who keep my commandments and precepts. Saith Yahawah power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So what you did in the world, even when you mess up in the truth, don't allow that to hold you down. Don't linger on it too much. Repent and don't do it no more. As Yahawashi told the prostitute, go forth and sin no more. All right? Don't commit that sin again. Okay? We in sinful bodies, man. It's hard out here. You are gonna mess up. Every single one of you brothers, man. From the elders to the brother that just came in yesterday. You're gonna mess up. Okay? Don't allow that to put you in a depressive state. Man, I fucked up, man. Yahweh ain't gonna take me, man. Nah, bro. Alright? Get your shit straight. Gird up thy loins like a man. Get back in the game. You had a turnover. Alright. Well, play harder on the other side. Okay? Play harder on the other side. Hey, a lot of brothers like to bring out, you know, what AI did to Jordan. But what did Jordan do to AI? Have you ever seen what happened on the opposite end of that? After AI shook Jordan and shot it and made it, Jordan went back on the other side and put one in his face. Okay? You don't let one little mishap mess up what you got going. You got to win this game. Fuck one little tiny ass play. We got to win the game, man. Okay? You got to win the game. Verse 77. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. You're constantly caught up. Sin is an addiction. You're letting that porn demon knock you down. You're letting adultery knock you down. Okay? You can't stop lusting after another man's wife. You're letting that sin bound you to this place. That's the reason why you won't make it into a chariot. Because of a female. Come on, man. Verse 78. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith. You must go into this thing as a virgin. You must be purified, made white, clean. All right? Somebody trying to come up, Ray, we do not know you. We don't owe you, man. I'm not just bringing up any old body. Okay? So if you have a question, you can ask it in the comment board. All right? But, you know, to brothers, true brothers, man, don't be in your head so much. Okay? Hey, bro, could you get that Hebrews 10 and 35 from the brother Zion?
Con.
So don't be in your head too much and weighing yourself down and knocking yourself down and, you know, things of that nature. All right? Whatever you going through, another brother already done been through it. All right? Don't think yourself to be special. You know what I'm saying? You got it, bro. Bring it out.
I just Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which had great recompense of reward.
That's it. Cast not away thy confidence. Don't lose your confidence just because you messed up in the game. Okay? Don't let that one play lose you the game. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Ray, this is not a lesson on that, brother. Okay? We done lessons on that before, broke it down before. Okay? But these tribes, I'll give you a quick summary. Genesis, the 49th chapter, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. These are what you know as the sons of God, the Israelites. All right, coming through the lineage of Isaac, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. So that's what these tribes are, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is where the bulk of them are at, but this is not where all of them are at. We are scattered all over this planet, but the majority of us are over here in North America and South America. Okay. And this lesson is just it's a round table. We're going into many different topics. And the topic we was going into right now is pretty much Jacob's trouble. All right. And what's going on in Gary, Indiana. Okay. And we got about 15 minutes left, man. We're going to wrap it up at 9 o'clock. You know, y'all brothers got anything? Any other brothers want to come up? All right, Ray, I'll bring you up, bro. Be respectful and, be respectful. Or maybe you didn't want to come up. All right.
Hey, Shalawam Zaquan, Shalawam Barak, and Shalawam Makia.
Hey, Shalawam, Akyam. Bahasham, Yasharahla.
Barak Ahtham.
Shalawam, Malcolm. Yahawashi, Yasharahla.
Hey, Shalawam. What y'all brothers got, man?
No, I was kind of in the middle of typing it, but it sent when I hit the something request. But Elon Musk, I was uploading a video the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to upload videos and stuff, and TikTok been on the shady thing. They've been removing the community guidelines violations a lot. So I came across a video where Elon Musk had been talking about how his Neuralink pushing it is a sales tactic type of thing. Like he was explaining how the Neuralink would be used as a form for people to have godlike abilities, and they would be able to do all these things, like use the internet and do all this extra crazy shit online. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, like, yo, hey, all the signs of the mark of the beast, the MLTB, is right around the corner, and everybody's seeing it right now in front of the face. And the beast man, Esau himself, is admitting it right in front of it. The owner is admitting it and telling the world he's literally about to make this thing a worldwide thing and how it can be beneficial in every case. But people don't believe it. They still don't believe it, even though the apostles have been saying this for almost 60 years.
Yep, that's
You know what I mean?
fact. Yeah, and these people, they take a carnal invention, the imaginations of the heathen. They're going to take that and they're going to, do carnal things with it. Where spiritual powers, Yahawah, we be those men, we're going to have control over the elements, over things that are real, things that are living, and control over their little foolish devices. If we want to take a laptop and pick it up and throw it at their ass, we could do that.
God. Well, that's Esau saying he's going to rise up and send to the clouds. He's going to be like the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to play God over the Israelites that'll believe in him. The 2/3 are sadly going to not listen. They're going to be little goats along with him instead of being lambs that are supposed to follow their shepherd. And sadly, once they take it, whatever happens to them is whatever the Most High said is going to happen. They're going to be cut off by the famine and the sword. And they don't care because they don't see it happen. And until it happens, that's when they're going to take it seriously, but it's going to be too late.
Hey, and if I may add, they had stated was it the Davos or either the World Economic Forum that they wanted to set up this new system by 2030?
Gone.
So if we're in 2026 going to 2027, that means they only have 3 years left. Hey, and that's in the book of Revelations, the 12th chapter, the 12th verse, where it says he knoweth that he has but a short time. So, I mean, we really only got so much time. And that means, it's kind of scary in the sense of that means the ministry is on its way out. So brothers got to get in this thing while they can because this truth is time sensitive.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Elder Apostle Ricard, he said it. Like he said, brothers ain't got to stand out there forever no more. And the elder out here, we only stand out there for 2 hours now. Okay, we used to do 3. So this thing is getting shortened, man. All right. So,
Yeah.
for you brothers that you never got your feet wet preaching and all that, hey, this preaching shit about to end. Let y'all know that.
Come, bro. And if I may add, in that time, you don't want to be a should have, could have, would have asked Jake, bro. You don't want
Yeah.
to be that Jake. Man, but I wanted to go out and teach Yahawashi. But I would have went out to teach Yahawashi. But I could have. Hey, bro. At that time, it's gonna be too late. That's why it says in the book of Ephesians, if a brother can get it, having done all to stand in that evil day. I think it's Ephesians the 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. But Barak was shot.
I
I'm on
go
the
look
road to
for it.
Mackie.
And could you get Endure, could you get me Revelations 14 and 9 and 10?
God.
I was gonna add to what Brother Amathia said that this whole system, this devil realizes he has a short time because that also came down recently. They shut down that whole Project Looking Glass thing for the Large Hadron Collider. They seen something. They know they had to switch up their Agenda 2025, and they didn't know they couldn't get it done on time, and they pushed it to Agenda 2030. And now they know that they have to cause a certain amount of thing, and Bahasham outside using them as chess pieces on the board to fulfill his will. Meanwhile, they think they have control, and they're being used as pawns.
Yep, that's it.
Hey, and
This
just
is
real quick,
yeah.
Salaki, before you bring that out for JK, if you're really gonna go out and start teaching by yourself, just teach what you know. Like the Apostle Tahar says, you don't need to know everything, but just go out there. As the brother Rami said as well, just get your feet wet, man. You know.
Yeah, JK, man, if you feel comfortable, bro, I mean, shoot, off the lessons you've been putting out, bro, you sounding like a seasoned
Con.
brother. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful lesson. So yeah, just be careful because I'm gonna tell you the corner is a lot different than being comfortable sitting on your phone. The corner it's a whole different beast. All right, but this is
God.
Ephesians 6 and 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of power, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Yeah, and having done all to stand, bro. Like the bro said, it's a scary thing. If Yahawashi goes and says, "I never knew thee," you're going out to the highways and the hedges. You're making these lessons. You thought you were on point, and the apostles talk about that I'm in the truth demon. You got Jake that thinks they in the truth, but really they're off, and that's a scary thing because brothers that have that discernment, they're doing all that extra work just to go ahead and still get judged, bro. You don't want to waste that talent, bro. But nonetheless, we gotta do what? All to stand, bro. Going out to the highways and the hedges, making as many lessons as you can. I know there's a decree for the three videos a week, but we can definitely throw out more. But nonetheless, yeah, man. This system's getting ready to go out. Jacob's trouble's ready to crack, and that means that we're not going to be out there teaching anymore. And if you weren't able to go out and teach and do lessons and whatnot, bro, you just got to pray that you're part of that 1/3, because the scriptures say, "Make thy calling and election sure." So,
Bring that Endure.
I got that Revelation 14, starting at verse 9. And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb."
So that's in the presence of Yahawashi and in the presence of the brothers, man. Because brothers are angels. Okay, so that's going into Revelations, the 15th chapter, talking about brothers standing over that sea of glass, looking down at the lake of fire, watching individuals being tormented. So if you think that the Most High is all cupcakes and cookies, peaches and cream, you know what I mean? Nah. Okay? He's about to get down on you individuals in a bad way, the worst way you could ever imagine if you're not right with him. All right? So, hey, don't let this be the day that you say, I'm going to just get right tomorrow. Get right today. Repent. Convert. Repent from all your sins, man. and start calling upon the name of Yahawah, in the name of Yahawashi, and praying to those names and asking him. If you don't believe those are the names, ask him for the names. Okay? If you want more clarification, ask us, brothers. We'll break the names down. All right? I got all the time in the world to break the names down to help a new sheep come into this thing, man. You know? Y'all brothers got something? Go ahead.
Yeah,
So
can
seek him while he may be
like
found.
Damn, hold up. Who talking?
Still out there. Still out there.
like
No,
no, you got
saying,
it, bro.
He said, seek him while he may be found. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something that's going to be running around forever. And he's putting out a call. And whoever hears the call, it's because they were meant to hear the call. Those that don't, sorry, you either he's going to give you the chance and you heard it and you let it go, or, you know, he gave it to somebody else, or you just weren't meant to have it at all in the first place and you couldn't hear it. You know what I mean? It's a scary thing to be looking at this aspect, to know that, damn, we choose to be here on the aspect of we were chosen to be here, that to have the name, to know this doctrine, to have this truth. You know what I'm saying? To go out there and be able to speak and bring up conversation and talk about this and bring this up to other people and see if they'll also receive it. To have one candle light the other candle. If they don't got the oil, the candle won't transfer the flame. And if the flame does transfer, it doesn't burn too long because it doesn't have any oil to keep it fuel as the wick. You got it.
Con, and if a brother can get Ecclesiastes 12:1, backing up the brother Uriah there, in that sense of you don't want to, get right tomorrow. Bro, you should try to get right today as soon as possible. Because for a personal testimony from another brother, actually, he actually had a friend, and he told him about the truth, and Jake was believing it or whatnot, but he had told him, yeah, bro, everything you're doing and everything you're saying, it sounds good and it is correct, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my life together first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start teaching and getting into the scriptures. You know what happened to him? Bro got in a car wreck. The Lord judged him. He got in a car wreck and he lost his leg. So
Damn.
the scriptures say, make no tearing to turn to the Lord. And thy security, if a brother can get that one as well too. That's in the book of Sirach, the 5th chapter, if I'm not mistaken.
5 and 7, yep.
Because, hey, it says, in thy security, thou shalt be taken, bro. You may think that you have all this time to go ahead and get right. And you know what, man? Hold on. I got to still focus on my, bro. That's the beautiful thing about this walk, is being in this thing while you got to take care of, maybe you are in school, taking care of your school, taking care of your workplace, managing so on and so forth. Bro, that's what it is required of us to all do, bro. Imagine the elders. The elder bros, they got things and businesses, but guess what? They're still managing themselves in that business as well as managing the business of the Lord, because this is a business. This says, I am about my Father's business. So, brother can get that in the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and also Sirach.
I got the 12. And Dora, you could get the Sirach 5 and 7. This Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Con, you want to remember you want to remember the Lord in the days of thy youth, Yahawah when Yahawashi, before shit hits the fan. You don't want to be those foolish virgins wandering from sea to sea looking for brothers that were out there teaching. Man, going to their camp spots. I know the brother was out here. He was telling me this was going to happen. He was telling me about the blackouts, the sea hip, and all this. Hey, we just got to wait. I know he's going to be here. Why do you think the scriptures say that I will make a man more precious than the fine gold of Ophir? Because he's going to have what? That hedge of protection, because he has the name of the Lord. And he followed and he strove lawfully in this thing. The scriptures say the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and are scared. But again, of course, you got to be careful with that precept, because you also got Jake that has the names, but they're teaching wrong, false doctrine, and also not in the right spirit. So pray to the Lord for discernment on that. But a brother got that on Sirach 5 as well.
Con. Sirach 5, verse 7. Make no tearing to turn to Yahawah Bahasham, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahawah Bahasham come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
And that's what happened to bro. He waited when he wanted to turn back when he wanted to, but not realizing that the Lord had him set up to go ahead and get judged. And if he would have just repented right then and there, regardless of what his situation is, regardless of, he have, whatever Jake got going on in the world, just repent here and now, bro. Start putting off the pork. Start with the basics. Start putting off the pork and the abominable foods. Start off there, and then the scriptures say, wisdom does not dwell in a malicious soul that is subject unto sin. So once you start repenting and praying on the right names, Yahawah and Yahawashi, then the Lord may open up more wisdom unto you. But nonetheless, hey, repent right away, bro. Don't try to wait till tomorrow and the next day. Hey, fucking look at Gary right now. Blackout. Fucking power went out. But guess what? You probably have Jake out there that, damn, I know the Hebrew Israelites were over there fucking turning up. I know they're over there freaking hyping and whatnot, licking my ass over here all through and shit. Or damn, they're right. I should have got in good before fucking, this shit had happened.
Yep.
Well, it's just wild because I'm in the same situation where it's like I know somebody that went through almost like the exact same thing, but it wasn't a leg, it was an arm that they ended up losing. And throughout the years, I was, cool with them. Like, hey, this is the truth. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is the name of Yahawah. This is why we're supposed to call on him. Supposed to turn away from the old ways and the things that we had in this world. And his brother wouldn't listen, and he just kept on following the ways of the world, and he ended up getting into a motorcycle accident, ended up losing his arm. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling him the same thing, like, hey, you should take that as a sign from Yahawashi. Like, hey, you're not taking this seriously. Like, maybe you should start looking more and doing the research. Like, I'm taking this seriously because I have the fear of the Lord, and this is a sign to me too, watching you in this condition, that I should take this more seriously. And it was just a whole situation where dude would not, he wouldn't change it. So I ended up making a whole separation on that aspect, and took that as a lesson that Yahawashi can use anybody around you in that aspect to show you his fear. He can show you to fear him using anybody around you as an example to keep you on your toes.
If I may add, the scriptures do say, the terror of the Lord, through the terror of the Lord, we shall persuade men. Mm-hmm. Bro, if you really meditate on Jacob's trouble, that shit, no, bro. Nah. That's bro, Jay got to really think about what's getting ready to, hit this place. And all the, read 2 Ezra 16 and 15, yeah, you read it, but actually experiencing it, bro, nah. Jay got to get right, bro. It's a scary thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yeah.
To add on that, the last part that made me realize like this was a lost cause. Like I've been trying to be that voice in the brother's ear to be like, look, this is the truth about Yahawashi. You should take this more seriously if you want your family saved and you want to make it out of this, because this is a real thing. He ended up making a profile on some social media account and changed his name to I Want a Robotic Arm. After I had changed, I've been talking to him about the mark of the beast, 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 what it is, the microchip, the brain chip, the Neuralink. For years, I've been telling them what the apostles and elders and bishops have been teaching, you know what I'm saying? And I'm teaching them, I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, we should take this seriously, bro. We should take this seriously. Once he changed his name to that, I was like, look, this is a lost cause, because I know now, like, for you to run that robotic arm, you're going to have to accept this MOTB. And maybe Yahawashi put you in this situation because he wanted you to take this robotic arm and the MOTB.
Bro, that dude,
the deceived and the deceiver are his.
He never believed to begin with changing his name to that bullshit.
That's as soon as I saw that name change, I knew it was a lost cause.
Hey, but for us brothers here on the panel, it's a little bit scarier for us because the scriptures do say that him that knew the will of the Heavenly Father and didn't do it, you receive 3 stripes more than he that didn't even know this truth. So that puts a little bit more burden on us in the sense that we got to make sure we're on point, just putting that, balance out there as well. Because nonetheless, man, we have this truth, we've been blessed with this talent, this gift. So we got to really utilize it, because if we don't, we're going to get beat worse than a fucking Jake that's out here hitting the strip club every Friday, fucking going out to the clubs every Friday, selling drugs and whatnot, and doesn't even know a lick of the truth. So there's that,
Man, if Yahawashi gave you the chance to hear his voice and hear his name and hear the truth about the doctrine, you refuse it and you're Jake,
The punishment is just going to be as bad as what Esau's going to be getting. Just as bad.
Yeah, man. So, hey, we hitting that point, man. I see a lot of new people up in here. If anybody has any type of questions pertaining to the Bible, y'all can ask them right now. Okay. But we're going to begin wrapping it up in the next 20 minutes. You know, so any type of questions. All right, just take this thing serious as the brothers is bringing out. Take this thing serious. You don't want to be caught slipping. You know, everybody don't want to serve God. His true name is Yahawah until they need him. That shouldn't be your mindset. Okay? You should fear every single day. You should pray every single day. These are times where you're praying. These are times where you're in a spirit of mourning, not in the spirit of myrrh. It may sound like, man, what? But nah, the Coachellas, the Rolling Louds, all of that, that's not where you need to be. Okay? All of that type of stuff is not where you need to be. They're gonna definitely bring a new pandemic to the mix. Okay? ICE coming in like crazy. Wait till October. We telling y'all. All right? WW3 draft. All right? Your food is fake. I mean, what else do you want, man? We're telling y'all. But you still want to trust in this guy? The government? Come on, man. So ain't nobody got no questions on anything?
If you can, we can get Proverbs the first chapter because, at the end of the day, the scriptures do say that in their calamity, then shall they call upon the name of the Lord.
God, y'all could bring it out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
God,
beat.
Jay tired. Jay been on it.
This is my fourth lesson today, man. I'm chilling
bro,
out.
I know.
Tonight.
I see you, bro. Hey, Jake be going in, bro. Hey, the water though, bro. Honestly, because you be sharpening my sword, bro. Seeing the brothers out here to drop precepts, going into different topics and whatnot. It's always like a refresher, bro. It's just you just always hear something new.
God.
The water though.
And do it if you want to, bro. Proverbs 1 and 20.
Yeah, I
It's
got
going
pulled
down.
up.
It's going down the line.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 1, still at verse 20, going on down. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
You're gonna hear the truth out in the highways and the hedges in the chief place of concords, bro. Not in these damn churches, not in these, YouTube panels and the keyboard warriors. Nah, you're gonna have brothers out there on the highways and the hedges bringing out this truth, not anywhere else. Okay. And hey, you brothers also, if you guys have any points, man, just go ahead and chime in.
Yeah, Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Now we understand that Yahawashi is what? The word manifested. This is John 1 and 14. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So the word includes the law. The word includes what the prophets wrote about. The word includes the wisdom. The word includes the New Testament, the Old Testament. Yahawashi is all of that. All right. Proverbs 8, real quick, and 22. Yahawah possessed me in the beginning of his way. Before his works of old, I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. All right. So that was Yahawashi. Yahawashi is ultimately wisdom. Even though wisdom is personified as a woman right there, that's really Yahawashi. So Yahawashi is speaking. He's dealing, as it tells you, he sups with those men in Revelations 3 and 20. So once you what? You fear Yahawah. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. then Yahawah gives you to Yahawashi, wisdom. He allows you to pretend, to own that, to go into that wisdom. And now you become wise. You was not wise in the world by getting all your promotions at your job, okay? Or you got a bachelor's degree, you got a master's degree, a doctorate degree, whatever, PhD. You want people to call you Mr. Doctor so-and-so, whatever, dog. Doesn't matter. That wisdom of the world is not pleasing to the Most High. He has set some of us brothers up, Southern brothers, country brothers. Bro, I literally come from a dirt road. My grandma lived on a dirt road. All right. So he pulled us up out of there, and allowed Yahawashi to sup with us. So when we out on them corners, that's really Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi speaking. And you people are denying. Y'all always praying to God, but you never recognize his voice. His men are going to speak from his words, from the scriptures. They're going to have, Jeremiah 3:15. All right? According to his heart, pastors, according to his heart. So the way that he feels, like I said earlier, we hate sinners. He hates sinners. Right? You got it, bro.
Contact to your point. Got Acts 7 verse 48. Howbeit the Most High Yahawah dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. So, amen. Most High Yahawah and only God's Son Yahawashi, they're not going to be in these churches, these mega churches, where the T.D. Jakes, the Joel Osteens, all that. They're going to be with the men out there on the highways and hedges, like Yahawashi said, to go out there, be out there in the highways and hedges and bid Yasharahla to the marriage. So if you're going to a mega church or building, you're looking at the wrong place. The true place is out there in the highways and hedges, man. The camps. Really great millstone. Starting with the elders, apostles, bishops, and the men on down. The camps affiliated, like-minded. That's where you get the truth. That's all I got that.
Gotta keep that promise.
Add to that.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Add to that. I was just gonna say, everybody's gonna realize sooner or later that the things have been turned upside down. You know what I'm saying? And all the people that they thought had the truth, and they were going out to the harlot houses and these churches, they didn't have the truth. And you're gonna be found wanting, and you're gonna be seeking and searching for these prophets that were standing on the street corners and on the YouTube channels and in the live streams that you see that had these things that people thought was just spreading division and hate, not realizing that good shall be seen as evil and evil shall be seen as good in the last days. And these people ain't going to be over there no more. They're going to be removed. They're going to be made so that the tongues is going to stick to the top of the roofs of their mouths. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be too late. So it's best that you seek and find the Lord while he may be found. You got that, bro?
Go ahead, Indu.
Shai, can you bring out Salaki? I was gonna say, if you can get the precept Psalms 113 from 7 on down, backing up your point on how the Lord, he's gonna raise up the lowly man to go out there and teach, not no fucking Salaki for my French, not no doctor or someone that has what's that seminary school degree or whatnot. No, he's gonna raise up brothers like us, man. We had never thought we're going to be reading the Bible and breaking things down. Before I even came into this truth, I would have never even thought to be what I'm doing now. So,
bro,
if you can get
on that. I thought I ain't even recognize you when I saw you when we did a lesson down there, but I recognized you
in LA,
bro. I was like, hold up, I got this dude on TikTok because you used to have a picture with the hat. And you was taking a picture like a selfie or some shit. I used to be like, man, this nigga in the world. I used to be like, man, this young nigga.
That's your pop.
God.
Yo,
God, bro.
That's
like, hey, what's crazy? I didn't even say anything because I remember y'all rebuked me one time going into Central America, being a third world country. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell Drake it's me.
Bro, I recognized that when I finally got back on TikTok, and I was like, who is this? this bro.
Malak. Yeah. And
What
so I was like,
precept
hey,
you
the bro,
want,
you're right.
brother?
I remember
Oh, go ahead, go
that's
ahead.
Psalms 113. 7 on that. Nah, I remember telling the brother Arias, I was like, or the elder, I was like, hey man, yeah, the brother Uram, you were gonna go teach us through. Hell yeah, because I already knew you, but like you didn't really know it was gonna be me though. That's the thing. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just hold my peace and just see how brother, we just vibe, seeing the spirit, how the spirit works and whatnot. So it worked out good though. The whole time at camp, shit, I kept on stealing your precepts.
Yeah, kind. Yep.
Good. You're like, I was about to bring that out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nonetheless, though, man, yeah, it was beautiful, though, bro. Lord willing, we can hold camp again before the
Yeah,
Lord really
kind.
causes this thing to go down.
Most definitely.
You got that,
113 and what?
and 7 on down.
Kind. This is Psalms 113 and 7 going downward. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth the needy out of the dunghill, that he may set him with princes, even with the princes of his people. He maketh the barren woman to keep house, and to be a joyful mother of children. Praise ye Yahawah.
Yahawashi does a lot of miracles. A barren woman can have children if he says so. Don't need no science, in vitro fertilization like Esau does because he's struggling to produce on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And he can send out prophets that are out there and they don't have no masters or PhD in theology and physics and all these esteemed positions that people see out in this world. Yahawashi can choose the lowly to be the ones to be his voice as a vessel to speak for him and spread his name. That's how he's going to bring the lowly and make his name a miracle on this earth and glorify his name by taking the people in the low position and bringing them to a high position. You got this.
Kind, that's
Oh
it.
yeah, 1 Corinthians 1 and 20. So like that's a good precept for Psalms 113.
Kind. 1 Corinthians 1 and 20.
27.
27. And it reads, but power have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound wise, and power have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
There you go, man. That's us brothers. So, Jake looks at us like, look at these dudes. I knew this dude back in high school. How the hell is he teaching the Bible? What does he know about the Bible? Like, look at this dude. This dude used to be out here, gang banging with us or whatnot. He's over here now trying to teach the Bible. He don't know nothing. But what? The Lord uses us to go ahead and confound the wise. And the wise look at us as, the wise could also be, like these quote unquote scholars as well, and people that think they, know something when it comes to the scriptures and the Lord Yahawashi. They look at us like, man, look at these Negroes and Hispanics and Native Americans and Latinos, man. What the fuck they doing? But really, when they hear us, they're like, oh, damn. Nah, they actually know something. But then again, Jake, it's a stumbling block for them as well. But you brothers got it. Back at Proverbs. Or if you guys have anything to say, Salaki.
To add to your point, how should I said, a prophet gets no honor among his people. So our people, look at us like, we're just wasting our time. We don't know what we're talking about. 2/3 look at us like that. And, the heathens look at us like that as well, because they're heathens. How about so much I don't care about the heathens? No, all I gotta do is read Amos the 3rd chapter, verses 1 through 2. How about so much I only dealt with the Israelites, not no heathens. And I'm gonna continue at that Proverbs 1, verse 24. If everyone does got a point.
You keep it going.
Proverbs 1, verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Yeah. And when did you do that? When did these individuals do that? Y'all doing it right now. When y'all come into lives, y'all laughing, and y'all leaving. Okay, y'all coming to lives, y'all mocking, y'all scoffing, and y'all leaving. You're setting at naught the counsel that the Most High Yahawah and His Son Yahawashi has set up to save you. So you're looking at the doors of mercy and you're walking the other way because you don't believe in it. You don't believe in His men. He's always sent prophets before a city was destroyed. Salakia. Okay. So I gotta put my phone on the charger again. But nothing's gonna change. It's nothing new under the sun. The same way that he sent Noah before the first death. The same way he's sending us before the second death. It's the same recipe. And he does that for your benefit. So you can recognize the sign. He about to do it again. All right. It's the times of Noah. He even had Yahawashi tell you, it shall be like the times of Noah. He even told you that. So you can know what to look for when the end is upon you. But Jake still want to be foolish and ignorant, man. Keep it going, bro.
I continue on verse 27 of Proverbs, the first chapter. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you.
And what did he say? He said he's going to laugh at your calamity. And like I said, we're following after the likeness of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. So we laughing at y'all too, man. All right? We got some wine set apart, ready to drink some of that good shit. Ready to drink when everything comes upon y'all. We can't wait. Well, y'all wicked. Y'all laughing at people.
Hey, contact to your point. In the book of Job, it said, no, Job 5 verse 22. We shall laugh. The men of Yahawah tries to laugh through his men, the vessels on the earth. So that's
we
really
shall laugh at famine.
Laughing.
We shall laugh at famine and persecution. Famine, suffering, all of this. All right? But in those times, as you read earlier, we going to be taken care of. Go ahead. Y'all brothers got it.
I was saying we were going to be able to laugh at death. You know what I'm saying? Or unalivement in that case for safety TikTok reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was also going to bring out 1 Corinthians 4 and was it 10? You know what I'm saying? Because people come and they see the prophets out in the corners and they see these brothers out in these live streams and the elders and the apostles on YouTube, and they look at them and they say, oh man, these people are fools. You know what I'm saying? These people are they believe in fairy tales. We have science. We have technology. We have all these things that we can tangibly see, measure, and hold in our hands. We don't need spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is what 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 10. It says, "We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." You know what I'm saying? The people that have the actual truth are going to be hated for Hamashiach's sake. They have his name. They have the truth. And they're doing the will of the Most High. They're doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. They have the name. They're pushing the doctrine. But right is seen as wrong in this wicked system. And wickedness wants to keep promoting itself, so it's going to literally create propaganda to make these people seem like they're the problem. They are the T word, as Esau likes to claim on everything before he likes to assault it.
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So woe unto you people that's flipping it upside down. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. That's what Esau has done to this place, man. You flipped it upside down. You got it where these people think that gene splicing and creating, making sure your kid comes out a girl or a boy, you think that that's convenient, that's a wonder. As the brother was talking about earlier with the MOTB, where it's going to give you, as Elon said, Jesus-like abilities. No. Do you understand? Yahawashi-like abilities come from Yahawah. It don't come from no weak-ass white man. Okay? Yeah, y'all got it.
It's gonna be put out there, but 2/3 they love the 2 turds, as I like to call them. They love the double daddy Esau. So whatever he puts out is what they want to believe. Like I said, they need the science. They need the tangibility of having something physical to feel like they have an ability. And all they see right now is the Esau's miracles that Yahweh Shema Shai has given them the position to, which is really, in honesty, low level for compared to what we're gonna have in the kingdom. But these people think this is the highest that humanity has ever been to in evolution, in so-called terms that they like to say. You know what I'm saying? They think this is the best that humanity can ever do. So they see Esau as the god of this world, and they're willing to take that brain chip just to be able to have those so-called Jesus-like abilities to be able to use a computer a little bit faster or play Call of Duty a little bit faster. I see this happening already where a lot of people that are, you know what I'm saying, they're told that, hey, we're releasing GTA 6, but if you want to have a preload for the GTA 6 or pre-order it, you have to take this MOTB, because they already passed something I heard where you have to use an ID to be able to play the game. So now the game is requiring you to use your physical ID to identify you in the game to create a character.
Online. To play online.
You know what I'm saying? So now they're using that to track the system. But what if they even came out and said, hey, now that the next perk is to play the game, you got to take this to be able to control your character. We're not selling controllers anymore. You got a lot of people out here, especially Jake, that they will lose their minds over this, and they think that that'd be the coolest thing on the earth, and they'll take it willingly, even though they've been warned.
Hey, if I may add, you know, not only that, we see what's getting ready to happen in the world, and if Jake is so easily to get enticed with these different quote unquote miracles that Esau is going to be able to offer via the chip, like, you know, curing paraplegics, maybe, you know, I mean, you see it with the Neuralink, you know, they're able to move a cursor with their mind. If that's enough to go ahead and get him in line, well, just imagine when there's no water. Just look at Gary, when there's no power, when things are turning left. You know, right now it's so easy to say, I wouldn't take a chip. I would never in my life put anything in my brain. But just wait, when things go left here in America and you got a fucking FEMA zone waiting for you to go out there with, you know, some nice water, some fucking GMO, little frozen pre-plate, and some damn chips. Jake, you're gonna be in line all day. But kind of going back to what the brothers were, you know, bringing out in Proverbs, the first chapter. Hey, but us hopeful members of the elect, bro, we're gonna be laughing at you guys. We're gonna be mocking you guys, because what? We're gonna have food and water, as it says in the book of Isaiah, the 65th chapter. We're gonna be drinking, but you're gonna be thirsty. We're gonna be eating, but you're gonna be hungry. We're gonna be rejoicing, but you guys are gonna be having a sorrow and vexation of spirit, because you guys are gonna know, and you guys are gonna have to take that damn C-hip in order to quote unquote survive, to quote unquote save your life. As the scriptures say, woe unto him that saveth his life. But us brothers, man, you know, hey, unto death, you know, Salaki, unto unaliving, we will not take that karagma. I don't want ratazah, which means Lord willing, you know.
And to be real, like, just to be dealing with that aspect of them boils and them sores that are gonna pop up from taking the MOTB when them batteries pop off on them chips, that wouldn't be something to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel that as a torture, and then to get roasted afterwards for taking it. Yeah, you don't want to be on that team. It's not a smart move.
And you know, and kind of just going back to Proverbs, you know, this is why, you know, Jake always likes to ask, well, what are you brothers gonna do? What are you guys gonna do when there's no water, when there's no power? What are you gonna do? We know what we're gonna do, bro. You know, we have the game plan, we have the exit plan. The scriptures say, through thy works and by faith where ye have believed, ye shall be able to escape these things and shall be preserved from the said perils. But then when you read on down, that's in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, it says, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So nonetheless, man, I don't want the Zod, that be our lot, you know, because the elect is predestined to go ahead and continue in good works until the end. Okay, that's what's going to allow you to make it through Jacob's trouble, bro. There's no way, you know, taking the carnal mind is going to allow you to make it through this time, bro. I just made a lesson uploaded on my YouTube going into the same topic, because this dude was saying, what are you going to do in a blackout? And he started promoting a damn fucking Salakia, night vision goggles. And I'm like, bro, I was like, man, knock that shit off, because at the end of the day, what's better than some damn night vision goggles? The scriptures say the eyes of the Lord are 10 times brighter than the sun, beholding the good and the evil, bro. So, and understanding that Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, takes care of everybody's footsteps and where they're going, and literally your day's already planned out. That's in the book of Job, the 33rd chapter, where the angel sealeth their instructions inside of you to be prepared for what you're already going to do the next day. hey, if you're doing right by Yahawashi, he's gonna have it to where you stumble upon the bunker. He's gonna have it to where you know, get put in a good position, or you know, a woman comes by and takes you in, and she's making you food and whatnot, and also take into consideration the miracles, man. You know, Jake, you really gotta have faith in these different miracles that had happened back then. Okay, this is why scriptures say, "Blessed is he that readeth." When we're put in that position of no food, no water, man, power goes out. It's all black. You know, you may have, like me right now. You know, you go out of town and you know, shit's the fan tonight, and I'm over here in a place that I'm not even familiar with. But what do we have, man? If a brother can, but Bakushai get John, is it John 14 and 16, going into the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit? Like the brother's also going into wisdom, you know, Sophia. When you read that in the book of Proverbs, and if a brother can as well get Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, going into
I got the John 14.
yeah. Okay, if you can bring it up, Abakusha.
All right, you said Proverbs what?
Proverbs, the 3rd chapter. Like.
Yep.
This is John 14. Starting at verse 16. This is regular Yahawashi speaking. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. Verse 17. The Spirit, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and he shall be in you. Verse 18. I will not leave you comfortless, I will come to you. Verse 19. Yet a little while, and the world see me no more, but ye see me, because I live, ye shall live also.
So like, if you could jump down to verse 26.
Verse 26, John chapter 14, red letter Yahawashi speaking. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to remembrance, whatsoever I said unto you.
You see, the Lord's gonna what? Give us a comforter, which is what? The Holy Spirit, which is the Holy Ghost, which is the Rakakudash, which shall teach you all things. What are we being taught? These scriptures, which these scriptures give you what? Wisdom. Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The precepts and the correct doctrine given to us by the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone is how we're going to be able to maneuver in this place, in this time of Jacob's trouble. Because what is Jake going to be looking for when things really go left? Comfort. That's why if you don't repent and get right and find out what is needed of you to do in order to make it, what are you going to be subject to take? That RFID micro C hit, because Esau Edom, he runs through a saying known as Ordo Ab Chaos, which means order out of chaos. So he's going to purposely start up, you know, what people know as SHTF, shit hitting the fan, so that he can introduce this charagma in a savior way. Hey, just come and take this sea hip. We have food, we have water, and we have a nice camp here with other fellow members here. Come take it. You and your family looking all, you know, through and whatnot, because you don't want to listen to the prophets. You know, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna know that the Lord's not gonna. The scriptures saying that day shall your sins condemn yourselves. You're gonna know that the Lord's not gonna be with you. So what are you gonna go do? Take that RFID micro C hit, man. Which is why we tell you, brothers, to get right now. And then on top of that, we have been talking about what this. Hey, man, this how you say this ministry? The door is closing. The doors of grace are closing. We only have a couple more years left if Esau Edom truly wants to set up his system by 2030. I already tell you that if Esau wants to set this up by 2030, that means the ministry is closing out in 2027, 2028, 2026, this year possibly, Lord willing. You know,
right when he sets
the
his
scriptures
table.
do say, "Oh, you got it."
God, I was just agreeing with your point. Right when he sets his table, Bahasham is gonna pull the table off. He's gonna just swipe everything off the table.
Con, that's in the book of Job, where it says, when when he is about to begin to fill up his belly, then shall the Most High cast it upon him while he is eating. Not when the system is fully set up, not when he already has everything in place and everything's going good. Nah, while he is setting it up. So if we're seeing E already getting ready to set up his new world order system, us as hopeful members of the elect, what should we already know? The scriptures say in the book of First Thessalonians that ye brothers are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Why? Because you're a watchman. You're paying attention to these things. We understand the signs of the times. You know, we're not going into this thing clueless. But if anybody has a point, go for it.
Can't add to that. Bill C9, combating the hate act from Canada, where they're combating hate from the scriptures. Can't read hate out of the scriptures. Hey man, that law went into effect in July last month, man.
God, further proving what? The famine of the word. So they're already on league with that. And you know what's crazy? When you Google it, they try to play it off as saying that, no, you can still go ahead and teach it and whatnot, but there's going to be consequences if you speak about hate. Man, what do the scriptures talk about? The scriptures say, I hate every sinner. I hate every evil way. Something to that effect, if any brother knows what precept I'm speaking about.
It's every false way.
Con, there you go. I hate every false way.
Hey, King David said, I hate them that hate thee, Yahawah. Bahasham Yahawah.
Esau's going to take this whole opportunity to turn this into a whole situation where he can use the false flags to create the panic mode for the brothers speaking the truth. He's going to use it as a mental health crisis for the T word. You know what I'm saying? What they like to blame with the Middle Easterns and the people with the round hats and the burqas. You know what I'm saying? He'll claim that and say it's the brothers. They're pushing terrorism and they have a mental health situation going on. They need to be rounded up and locked up. They need to be found. And anybody that can help turn them in, they'll be incentivized to get a little bit more goy slop on the little MOTB chip. You know what I'm saying? Times are about to get hard. But what are we going to do? We're going to trust in the Lord. We're going to trust in Bahasham Yahawashi.
Khan, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Nero set Rome on fire and then he blamed it on the Israelites? The same thing happening right now. When all this goes to hell, because it's just in the scriptures that's going to tell you that all these things will happen to Babylon the Great and these other heathen nations. They can start blaming it on us, acting like we caused it, but really, how Bahasham Yahawah did it. It was this prophecy unfolding.
Reason I have raised up Pharaoh. It's the exact same thing that he is doing now that Pharaoh did. What did he do? He blamed the Israelites for his empire going down. When all we did was what? Prophesying, let you know that it was already predestined to go down. And nonetheless, that's why it says the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Who accused you, night and day. Because what? He's accusing us of everything, man. And you know what? When me and the elder had went to San Diego, some Shedamite that was through on the corner, bro. This is how you know they're pushing that spirit out already. She was like, it's all your blacks' faults. Something to that effect. It's all your blacks' fault. She was just going through it. And we're just like, yep, you see that it's coming to pass, man. So it's a beautiful thing.
Time's running out. Time's running out. And people, they're seeing all the signs, but something is just still, they got the scales over their eyes and still in denial. Like, they're seeing everything the Bahasham Yahawah prophesied is put in there, and they're still looking at the prophets like, y'all believing in a fairy tale. Y'all just believing in the fairy tale. But when Esau comes along with some little lie or some BS and puts it right up on there for propaganda, they want to eat that up. You know what I'm saying? Time's running out, and everything's about to become real obvious real soon. And by the time it becomes obvious, it's going to be too late for some people. It's going to be way too late.
That's why it says who can lay charge to the elect of Bahasham Yahawah, because the elect of Bahasham Yahawah didn't do anything wrong. And you have to resolve, we be a part of that number, part of that elect to receive salvation.
Hey, team about
You're breaking up a little bit.
You cut out. Gotta repeat it.
I'm out there. You cut out a little bit. We couldn't hear that.
Yeah, Khan, you cut out. You gotta repeat it.
I don't know if the brother's driving or something. He might be losing service.
Yeah, that brother driving. You know. But shoot, man, we done hit that 2 hour mark. All right. Y'all flowing. Shoot, yeah. I'm gonna let y'all go all night.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
the spirit.
but
God,
I gotta get my hair braided. I gotta get off here.
I'm on
I
East
got
Coast time, so it's about 1 o'clock over here.
yeah, shit. I got a job interview in the morning.
Good luck.
Hopefully I
Good luck.
get
Y'all
it.
about me outside, Barak.
You know.
Y'all just
Um,
like get the.
we'll wait a little bit to see if the brother Zion come back. If he don't, we'll wrap it up. It's just been a great one. All right. If the water for y'all brothers coming through.
Water for having me up.
Yeah, throw out for line us break bread with you.
I'm saying. Y'all about me outside is putting the signs out here right now, and things are slowly speeding up. If we want to be an oxymoronic aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like things are slowly speeding up, and those that have hope are seeing that things are speeding up, and those that they don't have hope and they're losing all hope, they see everything slowing down and things are getting worse, and they're in a pessimistic spirit. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the people that have hope in y'all about me outside, we know that things are about to get better, but we just got to get over the hump that things are just going to get a little bit worse. You know what I mean?
Like you said, then Yahawah, things about to become real obvious real soon, man. It's not gonna be undeniable no more. It's more real obvious, man. Who had it?
Once the Al-Bashmi al-Shad picks his candidates to glorify his name in Jerusalem and all parts of the earth, everybody's going to know at that point. It's going to be a lost cause for those that are still seeking but couldn't find, and they chose to scoff at this because they thought they had everything they needed, and they didn't need Al-Bashmi al-Shad. They didn't need that. Cheese's rice was all they needed. Y'all about to find out.
They clung onto idols, man. Just like they did in the times of the flood.
It's over with.
I don't think the brother coming back. So, hey, y'all got any closing statements before we get out of here?
Hey, man, as brothers say all the time, hey, watch out. That MOTB is right around the corner. That microchip and that RFID, Neuralink brain chip, everything. It is surely the mark of the beast. Heed the warning and take it seriously. If not, we can't help you. That's it.
Con. And get it while it's hot. Famine the word. Subscribe to GMS Elders to Milk. To get edified. Get these breakdowns. Get to understand it.
Yeah. So, Quan, you got anything? You still?
Yeah, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Letting the young lions do their thing, man.
I
I
know.
was sitting in the cut. But yeah, man. Hey, things gonna pick up. We right here at the end. We at the finish line pretty much, man. Speaking on all the different things that the bros was talking on. If you're not paying attention, you will see that in the news lately, you've been having them always talk about this anti Semitic, which is Shemitic, but they say Semitic, all this anti-Semitic influence that they have going on out here, especially in New York, due to the new what is he? The governor or the mayor? Which one is he?
Khan Mamdani.
Yeah, that's the governor, right? He's the new governor.
I think he might be the mayor of New York City.
Okay. All right. So due to the new mayor, they saying he's pumping out anti-Semitic influence. So now you've got so much hate crimes going on in New York to the point where they're trying to state that they need to set some legislation to put an end to the anti-Semitic influence. So all these things is going to bring forth the famine of the word. So as time goes on and people continue to pay attention to the alternative news and look at the alternative news and see who's really in control and causing all this chaos behind the scenes, which is the small hatters, then you're gonna see what? You're gonna see more uptick of people coming against those damn false, false, false ooze that's over there in the land claiming to be us. So this is what's going to eventually cause them to have to set forth some type of legislation. And you already know you had the woman that was at the, I think that was the World Economic Forum. Well, basically she was like, hey, their biggest concern is the blacks.
God.
Not the Iranians, not the Houthis, you know what I'm saying? Not none of them, but the blacks. Why is that? What blacks? Who is she talking about? She was talking about the prophets. She talking
God.
about us that's on the street corners revealing who they are.
Zakan. To be specific too, she made it a point to make it that she was specifically worried about the blacks in America, proving that America is Babylon the Great that's got the Israelites in captivity.
Huh. So yeah,
Content to your point. Nero, DJT, he created an anti-Shem task force to combat the so-called
yeah,
anti-Shemitic thing. Yeah,
and speaking on DJT, he watches us too.
Con,
Once again, I always bring up when he did that interview and he was saying that, hey, I'm coming back in the office to make America great again because there are some prophets of doom that say certain things and we got to prove them wrong. That's literally what he said. But people didn't understand who those prophets of doom, who he was talking about. He was talking about us.
God.
So yeah, man, time is running out, and that's as Job chapter 20 teaches us. You know what I'm saying? Like these things that they think they're gonna set up all that. Oh, by 2030, man, listen. We lucky if you make it to 2028. This man ain't finna set up his table. He ain't finna sit down and eat. All that shit finna be overthrown. And that's
This is why Yahawashi had them shut down that Large Hadron Collider because they saw something. The prophets of doom had already been prophesying for years that something was coming, and they seen Yahawashi probably gave them a glimpse of something really terrifying. They were like, "Nah, bro, just turn this thing off real quick. Like, maybe we can stop it by turning off the machine." No, you can't stop it.
They saw their end coming
It's too
faster
late.
than they saw their end coming faster than they think. That's what they
I
saw.
heard they communicated with a demon and it pretty much said that they're gonna lose. It gave them the same thing that Project Looking Glass gave them. The same
What's
exact
that
answer.
movie? What's that movie? Edge of Tomorrow or something like that, where they had something where they knew like they had a war and they were fighting and they had to travel to the future
With
by using
Tom
these
Cruise.
Neuralink.
Tom Cruise.
No, I think it was the dude from what's it called? Sky Lord
Guardians
or
of the
whatever
Galaxy.
from Guardians of the Galaxy, the dude that plays the human dude,
I
the
gotta
main
watch that
character.
one. I didn't
Yeah,
watch it yet.
but I think it's called Edge of Tomorrow. But the plot
The
I
Tomorrow
remember
War. The Tomorrow War.
Tomorrow Wars or something like that too, similar, where they had to
Yeah.
they had to fight a war in the future because something was coming, an invasion on the Earth that was gonna wipe out a whole majority, a huge amount of the population, and they had to put on these Neuralink brain chip implants to travel after they had set up these portals to travel back and forth from the future. They had to send soldiers from the past to go fight in the war for the future. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept.
Yeah, kind
All right. So this is where we at, man. So this man know he's on borrowed time. So he's gonna come down having great wrath. Like I was stating. They didn't mess around and saw their time. They didn't saw where they can't go past their bounds. So we almost here, man. All the prophecies, like I said, when we speak of the prophecies now, you literally see everything. You literally could go grab an article and match it with the prophecy. So that's what lets you know, like, we right here. So once again, as I always state, hey, September, October, during the new fiscal year, that's when shit is gonna get turned up. And that leads into what? That leads into these damn votes that these people about to go cast for all the people that still believe in Babylon the Great. And when they go cast those votes, guess who's gonna be sitting in there waiting on them? Ice Baby.
Surprise.
See that?
Miguel.
They're gonna be jacking their ass up. So this is gonna cause Hey, all out hell to be breaking loose, along with the war getting worse and worse to the point where they're gonna have to what? Bring forth a draft. And then on
Con.
top of that, El Nino. On top of that, gas prices still high. All the prices still high. No oil. Gas stations running out of oil and so forth and so on, man. National emergency being claimed because of energy.
God, they
Nigga
stroking
T.
everything right now to start that civil war situation because they need a whole situation for them to have an excuse to round up Jake and lock him up in these FEMA camps. They want Jake to get violent, so that you're seeing more and more of these situations. You know, like the Nolan Wells situation, all these whole
Exactly.
situations where they just getting away with crimes, and it's like, oh, they
Con.
know it's angering Jake, and Jake's they get to the point where they know that marching didn't do nothing. So Jake is like, we're gonna respond. At least the ones that ain't in the truth, they're gonna respond instead of wait upon the Lord. And that's what they setting this up for. All these false flags are leading up for them to bring out the mark of the beast, because that's their way to quell the crime for security purposes. Everybody got to take this so we have safety in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're looking for every excuse to bring this out. And
Hey, that's the scripture
so,
state. It said Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. To
Con.
the point that what? To the point that anyone that mention it shall be afraid. So yeah, they're gonna keep pushing the point of doing Jake wrong to the point where Jake is just gonna fucking start tearing shit up.
Yep.
To the point where they're gonna be totally afraid to
Hey,
come out to be around. They're gonna be like a chase row that no man take a fuck.
Zaquan, why you come and start preaching at the end? What the-
Hey man, go ahead, bro. We got time, man. You know what I'm
Never
saying?
end.
Tomorrow.
Hey,
Never
question
We got
end.
time
spirit.
tomorrow. It's all
oh
good.
the
man.
spirit got reincarnated. We
But
talking
hey,
about the spirit got
hey,
reincarnated. The great circle of life.
Hey,
right.
can't
But
quench the
hey,
spirit.
this is where we at, man. So we right here, man. So anybody that's playing around and you coming across our lives and you're not paying attention and you're not taking heed, then hey man, hey, you're gonna be on your own, man, out here dealing with a society that ain't gonna take no pity upon you.
Don, you're seeing a lot of these things that are coming too. Where it's like this whole civil war situation. The brother brought up the whole situation where the dude said he was selling night vision goggles on something. And all I could think when he said that, I was like, damn, I know his number one buyers on this is going to be Esau, because they plan to do a lot of terrible things once those lights go out. They're going to do a lot of terrible things with those night vision goggles, breaking into people's homes, raping
Hey,
women. You know what I'm saying? Going out there, like
matter of
the,
fact, I'm glad you said that. One more
man,
thing, and
people
then,
don't see what's coming.
you wrong. You one more thing, and then we out of here. All right, I'm glad you said that. Right. So going back to Gary, Indiana, which we was first talking about, right? So you pretty much got the black and brown community, so-called black and brown, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the biblical Israelites communities are the ones that have no light, no power, no energy. Now they said the energy company came out to try to fix it, and when they came out to try to fix it, that they started getting shot at by someone, but they didn't know who was doing the shooting.
Mm.
So then they try to say, oh, it's the people in the community doing the shooting that stopped them from getting the power back on in the community. No, man. That's Esau.
Who got all the guns?
Exactly. That's some shit. That's some shit Esau would do. This is Esau sitting back when they coming to try to help the black and brown community. He's sitting back with his AR rifle with the scope on and probably shooting, man. So they can't get no power. This is the type shit that Esau would do.
Con. Perpetual hatred.
Don, they don't want to see Jake progress.
Exactly. He of the mind frame. Hell no. Keep their ass in the dark. Let their ass suffer. Because this is the mind frame that Esau is getting back into. The scriptures tell you, hey, this man is gonna let his horns show. Even to show that he that devil.
What was done before shall be done again.
Huh.
Con is in his track record, man.
So yeah, man. Once again, Jake gotta learn from the past, man. Learn from your history. So
Man, what but people think the Esau won't go right back to hanging people on trees and doing all this stuff. With this time, only difference is he's got upgraded technology, upgraded sticks. This time it ain't swords and muskets.
They say one, you got to push a mouse ball or a cannonball down a whole barrel, load that thing up for 20 minutes with some gunpowder, and then hit the little black powder, ignite it with the flint and steel. It's not that Esau, Yahawashi has literally given Esau all the tools to make sure that you 2/3 are going to be terrorized. Period. Y'all don't want to heed the warning right now from the prophets. Y'all are going to learn.
Hey, that's it, Romeo. That's it. Hey, we're gonna close out.
Salaki.
until another time.
I appreciate you having me up here to break bread with you. Shalawam. Yahawashi Barak Ahtham.
That's the last time I asked for closing statements.
Hey, good luck. Hey, good luck on the interview tomorrow, bro. You got it, man, Lord.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, you get the job.
You got this.
Facing the east, giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. As always, Shalawam to the Lord, to elect. Kwam Yasharahla, and Abad Babal. Hey, the water for everybody came through. Brother Zion, Daniela, and Dual, Kwan, yeah, and everybody in the comments that supported. You know what I'm saying? Hey, until next Wednesday, well, I'll probably be live tomorrow or whatever, but Yahawah Tazah. But until next Wednesday, Shalawam, same time. Actually, it'll be 7 o'clock. All right, we got started a little late today. But hey, Shalawam, brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Hey, Shabbat Shalawam, okay? It is the Shabbat right now. All right.
Shabbat Shalawam, Halalyam.
Shabbat Shalawam.